Hello everyone. So what am I doing here? Sitting on my front steps in bathroom slippers on a holiday afternoon in the heat and talking into a camera by myself. Any passers-by will probably think I'm a nutcase. Well, there are a few things that I seem to know how to do reasonably okay. One of them is to make a video. I have made more than, I think, 150. Many of them are on YouTube, some are here and there, some as DVDs and so on. A majority of them are to do with food security in general, and in particular, glyphosate. I'm making this particular one to go as an update in my most recent petition on change.org to influence the British Columbia government to push back at glyphosate, although it has been approved by Ottawa and it is being used recklessly in our agriculture, over our forests, in our watersheds and parks and all over the place. This is not the only petition I have made about it. I just wanted everyone to know. I have one petition to the government of Ottawa with more than 24,000 signatures asking the government to release all safety documents based on which it approved glyphosate and which it has kept hiding. It has been kept hidden for nearly 40 years. And it is illegal, as far as I know the law, to allow the use of a product while withholding its safety data. I have not been told by the government that I am wrong. In fact, they indirectly admitted that I'm right, and nonetheless, they will not show it. I have another one on pretty much the same issue to the House of Commons. The first one, which had 24,000 signatures, was hand-delivered to my MP and Minister Carla Qualtrough, who was kind of a rookie politician, first time elected. She spoke with us. I took a delegation, and she was quite surprised that these safety documents are not being released. She thought it was the Harper government that did it, and now that Trudeau is in power, don't worry, everything will be fixed. She took all that data to Ottawa to hand deliver it to the health minister, and after that, the best I can describe her, she appears to me to be like this. As if somebody's put a duct tape on her mouth. She's not speaking. I'm not mad at her. I realize that she has been told either shut up or you're going to be out. And like most people, even politicians, they care about their career more than they care about you. I'm 100% sure about this. 200% sure about this. Everybody is out there for their own family, their own well-being, their own financial benefits, what have you. They are not there to help the people, even if they say so. Even if they even mean it before they get elected. They change if and when they do get elected, especially if they get into the government. If they're in the opposition bench, they might make the correct sound bites to impress you. But once they're not in the opposition bench, they change. And this is not their fault, it is your and my fault. We have allowed our democracy to be hijacked so that this kind of characters can do this kind of things and still get away. So if there is anybody to get mad at, I get mad at myself and at everybody else around me, and not at politicians or not at corporations that influence the politicians. It is us. I don't know what it is about us Canadians, why we are so complacent, why we allow our democracy to be hijacked. I do not know. Maybe Canadians never had to fight for their freedom and democracy. Maybe it kind of fell from the sky like snowflakes. So they think good governance and responsible behavior of the politicians will also fall like snowflakes. Unfortunately, climate is changing. Snowflakes are not going to solve our problem. We have to solve it ourselves. But I am extremely, extremely disappointed more with us than with the politicians. I don't hold anything much against companies like Monsanto and so on. They are there to make money. Their constitution, their philosophy is to make money. So are the shareholders. They are not there to look after you. They are there to get a return of their investment. That's what they don't care if anybody dies. If that was not the case, there'll be all these companies that make the bombs, which uses our taxpayers' money to bomb the shit out of villagers in Syria and all these countries, that they would have gone bankrupt. How is it possible that I do not want civilians to die in some country that has never attacked Canada, and still my tax money is being used to bomb it? How is it possible? How? Think about it. It's nothing to do with those corporations and the shareholders. They are there to make money. Damn your health or damn your conscience. It is our political system, our politicians that allow it to happen. It is only our politicians on whom we are supposed to have some sort of a control. You cannot control how military industrial complexes what they will make, what they will not make, or how they will try to sell their product. You have no control. But you do have control, or you should have a control, on what your elected politician does. So I, for one, have realized that petitions do not solve the problem per se. I have that 24,000 that is still on, and I'm still waiting to see what happens. But my minister and MP has gone mum on this issue. She's talking a lot on everything else. But there is another one I put on the House of Commons. Same thing. It is illegal to use glyphosate without disclosing the safety documents. So will the House of Commons please order the Health Ministry to disclose the safety documents, place them in public domain? It's not the job of the government to tell us they have seen the evidence, it is safe, that's why. No, it's not. They don't have the right. Their job is to give the information to the people so the people can decide whether it is safe or not. And for that, they need to release the safety documents to the people, let the people read, let the independent scientists watch and scrutinize, and then they say, okay, we have seen the evidence, it is safe, or no, there is enough here to say that it is not safe. The hiding of these safety documents makes it completely illegal, apart from being very suspicious. What did the House of Commons do? Well, you cannot make a petition to House of Commons unless some member of Parliament supports it. So I had support of one MP, NDP MP from British Columbia. However, it was placed to the House of Commons. They are supposed to kind of debate it. After a couple of months, they did go through the motion. Some of the MPs would support it, but majority of them, including I'm sure my own MP and my own representative, all this, liberals and the conservatives and everything, shot it down and gave a response to me. Basically the same thing. They have seen enough evidence not to worry, it is safe, and blah, 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 blah. They missed the main point. Not releasing the safety documents while approving it is illegal, number one. Number two, government is not the one who should decide whether it's safe. Now, they have to give it to the people and let it stand scrutiny of the people. That is the law. So, even our parliament and members of parliament, they break the law. Essentially, either they don't know how this constitution is supposed to work, or they ignore it anyway. Again, I do not hold them responsible. I hold myself and you responsible for allowing it to happen. Like I said, we are expecting everything to fall like snowfall. You expect, you don't want to take any trouble to fix your democracy, this is what you'll get. There are more petitions on the way, but I'll not talk about it. Basically, what I wanted to say is petitions will not cut it. It is a good way to get attention. It is a good way to garner help, but it is only the first step in a long journey. I don't even know what all other steps are needed. We are just trying. Nobody has solved this problem before, so there is no example to follow. No country, it's not only Canada, no country has solved it so far. But that doesn't mean we sit down and lie down and wait and get poisoned till some country somewhere finds a solution. Yes, there is France that has decided not to renew the license of glyphosate. It remains to be seen whether EU accepts it or what happens. So that's a good example. But France is France. We are Canada. We have to fight our own battles. We can't just lie down and wait for somebody else to solve our problem. So I'm making this video for the following reason. In one day, my petition has got some 600-700 supporters, which is very nice. Thank you so much. I'm looking to connect with a few that are willing to brainstorm with me, meet me somewhere over the phone, face to face, whatever is possible. I'm willing to drive a few hours this way, that way. I live in Delta in British Columbia. I cannot go 2,000 kilometers, but I'm willing to, within reason, I'm willing to meet you guys anywhere, anyhow. And I made an offer on Facebook. Nobody really responded properly. And I'm trying to meet some like-minded guys to shake hands, get to know each other, and try to brainstorm. Maybe I don't have all the good ideas. Maybe somebody else has a better idea. Maybe we need to join hands. Maybe we need to go and knock on neighbors' doors. I don't know what it is. But we have to do something to take it to the next and the next and the next step. Maybe this one, fighting glyphosate, needs 1,000,000 steps. Maybe it needs 1,000,000 miles journey and we have only taken the first step. I don't know. But I intend to go as far as I can till I have some strength in my body, till I have a breath left in my life to try and fight it. Whether I succeed or not, I consider this to be my duty as a citizen. We are born into our society. I believe we have a debt to repay. We get a lot from the society. We are supposed to pay it back. I'm paying back my debt this way rather than sitting down and, watching Brad Pitt's latest movie or Harry Potter book. They're all good, but they're all entertainment. They won't solve my problem. Politicians won't solve my problem. God will not solve my problem. If I'm not willing to do something to solve my own problem, I don't deserve to live in a free society. Basically, that's what it is. We are losing our freedom in front of our eyes and we are doing nothing about it. So, out of all these 600-700 people who have supported my petition, even if there is 1%, 1 out of 100 that is willing to take the next step, that's 5 or 6. That's more than I need. I will think that I found God. 5 or 6 that are willing to take, is unbelievable. Even if there is just 1 out of this entire 700 people who calls me back or writes me back, Tony, I'm willing to discuss with you what we can do. Let's set an agenda, meet somewhere. I'm so and so place, you can reach me, this is my number. I will consider this next to finding God. Believe me. And that's why I'm sitting here in this ridiculous dress in my front porch talking into a camera. Thank you.